Did they override like majority of the votes or something? What was so different about it?
I don't know.
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, dude.
I don't know. They're fighting it right now.
Mhm.
They're saying that it being taken away is unconstitutional.
The majority of people way back, people used to smoke inside the building. Everybody was okay with it because of even though you're not a smoker and you every time you go to a restaurant you have to smell this fucking smoke, you hate it.
Wait,
They have to abide by what?
it's just
The majority of the fucking opinion, and then it flipped, right? Majority of opinion says no, you cannot smoke inside anymore. And then who has to adjust to that? The people, the smokers, right? That's how it works. That's the principle.
But then they said they did a vote recently, yeah? Yeah? You see how many people would want same-sex
Oh,
marriage?
that's a follow. Or Ray.
They said they did
Hello.
a
Hello.
same-sex marriage, yeah?
Uh-huh.
They did a poll recently, yeah?
Uh-huh.
See, and they said the Democrats won by 71%.
Uh-huh.
So they do
What?
want it. It's the fucking, it's our
didn't say
fucking
what.
century we want to put it through.
So they went against the majority and then they override it somehow? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm at
Yes, they fighted the
73%.
Supreme Court and got it overridden. But she
Well,
doesn't like it.
that's what they do at Supreme Court.
And then that's what they say, and they say that.
So let's say you got like accused of murder, or you got all this evidence. You take it to the Supreme Court because the court you went to didn't recognize it. You're like, okay, so the Supreme Court will.
No, but it's like.
Pelson.
Huh?
Like,
Let's smoke.
I don't have smoke, as you can
You
tell.
don't have
I'm-
to smoke?
Yeah, I smoke 2 ounces already.
when they say, yeah, when they say, right, 71% want it, yeah?
Uh-huh. What was the percentage in the Supreme Court?
This is what they're talking about. 71% wanted it, yeah?
Uh-huh.
And then the other percentage, were, however that equal, didn't want it, yeah?
Uh-huh.
But then, the Senate overrid it.
How can a Supreme Court have a 70% majority and then don't?
Okay, unconstitutional, that's what they're fighting.
Well, that is unconstitutional.
That's
If
what they're fighting.
that's what happened, yeah. But I really doubt that that's what happened. It's like they're using this one example to, like, prove a point that like Supreme Court decision means nothing. I really doubt that that's what happened. Though.
They say breaking down the results of the Supreme Court. 71% in Texas voted same-sex marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Primary Democrat. The other percentage, primarily Republican,
Mm-hmm.
voted against same-sex marriage.
What was their percentage?
Yeah, but what was it? What was their percentage? About 38%.
Mm-hmm.
Voted, and then there was a small percentage, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Who voted independent, like they didn't care, they were just in the middle. They
Mm-hmm.
don't care either way. Like if it happens, like probably you wouldn't care, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the middle. If it happens, if it doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the middle. But then they're saying the judge overruled that, is what they're saying.
Yeah, if the judge overruled, then it's overruled.
But then they're saying that's unconstitutional because you should go by the voting. It doesn't matter what the judge rules, you should go by the voting.
Then why do we have judges?
To enforce the ruling.
Uh-huh.
To enforce the 51%.
Is that the only thing that the judge can do?
No, I don't know what else the judge can do.
Well, then maybe we don't know about the judicial system, about the power of the
Well,
judge.
they're saying here that the judge is supposed to validate the percentage.
Right, but then if it's, does he have the right to overrule it?
I guess so, because they say he did that.
Okay, then everything's legit then. Maybe there should be a voting against judges overruling the majority of the opinion. Maybe there should be a voting about that.
What they're saying here, which I didn't know about,
Uh-huh.
is that I can go to a different state and it will be valid here.
Uh-huh. You have other options. I mean, if you really want to get same-sex marriage, you can go to other state.
Yeah, and then apparently it works here, like it'll be fine.
But if it's gonna be overruling something big as that compared to your convenience of moving somewhere, then
Obviously, I'd rather move than fight that.
yeah, you're gonna they're just gonna tell you to move, right? Like,
No. Our senator tells us he wants all the people here and he likes everybody. The gay, straight, bi, whatever. And
Uh-huh.
he even said that after he got elected, right, yeah?
Uh-huh.
He said he loves them, right? He accepts everybody. But then he says he won't legalize same-sex marriage because it's against God. But he loves all of them. He will treat them all the same and he loves them all.
yeah, because
And it's
that's
all the
that's
same
the
in his
nature
eyes.
of the inspiration they got from Jesus. Probably it's like
Ready?
no matter what you did, I still love you. But if you're trying to change the traditional view of my religious belief, then you can't do it. Like that's the
No,
stance he's taking, right?
but God, yeah.
Hmm.
But God, yeah. If you read the Bible, yeah, and from what people say, you doing same-sex marriage, yeah, and
Mhm.
having sex with the same sex is evil, and that's part of the devil's word. So you shouldn't like them people.
That's why people
Yeah.
fight all the time because they
Everybody's
have
saying
like a
lax
different
stats and mislax
interpretation of a
stats
religion, of
dancing
the
on their
same
screen.
religion. There's less confrontation when they're talking
Hey, no,
about
stop.
two different
No.
religions, but if it's a similar one, there's been a bigger fight.
No, I understand that, but then, as far as I know, right, that the devil, yeah,
Mhm.
is the one that's making you do the same sex. He's brainwashing you and putting you into these bad habits. Just
I
like-
mean, I don't think any human really knows because they have their own interpretation of a
yeah,
religion.
but for the most part, I've heard people say when you kill someone,
But
right,
if that guy is in the power of a judge, then you have to listen to him because someone brought him into the position.
Yeah.
Okay? Like if you get pulled over by a cop, you can say you don't qualify as a cop and you can't drive away because someone gave him a badge. Like I wouldn't have to even explain this to you. Like that's how this country works. I'm not saying
You
their
wanna do
decision's
tribute
always
again?
right, but then they have the authority.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. It's no brainer.
All right.
Should I go to the space center tomorrow, cousin?
If you want to for the
Get
viewing?
6.75
The
bonus.
viewing's not tomorrow. The viewing's on Monday.
Oh,
8.
so why are you
Why
going there
the fuck-
tomorrow?
Why the fuck would I go all the way to the space center that's like an hour and a half away for the fucking some viewing room? I could go outside and well, I'm gonna go to the park and it's like
I don't know. Maybe they can have like a cool celebration there or something. I don't know.
this is the
Maybe
space
they'll-
center. You know, like when they said Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I've never been there, but if
You
if
don't
you're
take
saying
tours.
like that, then
You
yeah,
don't take tours because
I heard
it's
that
$30
term.
to get in. It's $30 to get into this place right
Yep.
now.
Uh-huh.
But then it's another $20 to do this tour.
So you tell me why you're trying to go there tomorrow. What is the reason?
Because I've never been there. I always want to see it. Like that's it. Like it's a part of history and like.
What
I
do
like
they
to
have
feel
there?
like- you can actually see like all the computer and everything and you can actually see where they have like space rockets and shit, bro.
Uh-huh.
There I
Do they
go.
have
Where
like
I
those
just hear you real
telescopes and stuff?
And they also have pieces of the first
Can you hear me,
moon
Tim?
landings there, bro. Where they
Can I
said
hear-
Houston,
yeah,
we
I
have a
can hear.
problem. Like, they have all of that.
I don't know. Do they have a telescope?
Karen.
Maybe not ones you can use. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's really in this place, bro.
That's what I was
Here.
asking. Like because you were talking about solar eclipse earlier. I'm like trying to put two together. Like maybe you can see better in a different angle or like zoomed in. I don't know. Like I thought that's what you were talking about. But it's a two different like thing, and you want to make this trip, and the next day you want to watch a solar eclipse. Like I didn't
Solar
thought
eclipse
about
on
that.
Monday, Pearson. It's not Monday tomorrow.
Oh no, I didn't mean
I
to
don't
do
know.
that.
I don't even know when the solar eclipse is.
Monday, the 8th. It's what day is it tomorrow? The 5th.
Okay.
Well, it's the 5th right now for me.
I thought you were gonna go there too, because they might have something there. To,
Well, they
Like
might
an
have one
event.
on the solar eclipse day, yeah.
yeah. So I just assumed that you were gonna. It has something to do with the solar eclipse, but you're telling me it's not. Which is weird, because you changed the subject into something else. I'm trying to link it to what we were talking about, but now you're telling me it has nothing to do with it.
Talking about space. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like why I like space. That's why I want to watch the solar.
Yeah, but how do we go to that how did we end up in that conversation?
Because I was just mentioning that like I might go this.
What do you mean? Why can't you just say we were talking about solar eclipse right before that?
That's why I brought it up lately because we're talking about solar eclipse. Yes.
Exactly. Going back to my point, that's why I thought you were trying to link
Okay,
those
so
two together. But
you wonder what this place does, yeah?
what I'm trying to say is it was a pretty good assumption. Okay, that's
So you take a tour, yeah? So you can take a tour
okay.
around like you can't. I don't think you can go actually in it.
Uh-huh.
In it, right? But you can see it from like windows and walking around this special walkway they have. Where they have like all the computer that they use when they're like telling people, you know, they can see the space, you know, in space and shit like that. When they speak to them and the control center, that's what it's called, right?
Uh-huh.
Now you can see all of that. You can actually see where a space rocket is right now. Because they got one taking off there in like a month, so there's one up there being tested or whatever,
Mhm.
ready to go. See all of that. You can go through this like spaceship gallery where you actually see real pieces of spaceships that's been to the moon, and I think they also have like a meteorite there, like a real one that you can see.
Meteor?
Yeah, like a real meteor. You can see it, like it's there in a glass case. You can see it.
Oh, like they
I'm
got
just
it
gonna
from
spam a lot of Iron Banner, babe. I don't care if I win or lose. Just to rank
Oh,
up
what?
and get the
They
reward.
got it from space, and then
They got it from space. I thought meteor was like the one that comes to our atmosphere and hits
Well, they-
us.
space, right? And it crashed into the Earth or whatever, and then they got it.
I mean, in the space
Because
or
I'm gonna be
like
gone come Tuesday.
what? I'm kind of
And
confused.
you know what else they have?
What?
Moon rocks, bro. They have actual rocks.
Moon rocks. You want to touch it?
You can't touch it, bro. It's in a glass case.
No, you can't. You can't just see it. But can't you
Yeah, I
just
can
like
see it.
Google it or YouTube it?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be right in it, bro. Like inches away from it, bro. You understand?
Oh, see if you have any
Like,
kind of. You were trying to figure out if it has any kind of like a kryptonite effect against
Oh,
you,
no,
like
no,
what?
It's like me, yeah. I'm planning, yeah, to go to the Taylor Swift Museum this year, yeah.
Uh-huh.
September.
Wait, she has a museum?
Yeah, where you get to see all their like costumes and shit and her old guitars and.
Why do people made a museum like she's dead or something like what? She's still alive, right?
Hey, WWE, yeah,
Huh?
this week in Philadelphia has a
Where's this guy?
museum where you get to see like Rey Mysterio's mask, yeah. You
Uh-huh.
get to see Hulk Hogan's like bandana that he used to wear, right?
Uh-huh.
One of the tops he ripped, yeah. You get to see that shit, bro. Cause it's fucking awesome.
Seen those Mothman
If you say
posters
so.
yet?
Eddie Guerrero's fucking lowrider.
Using automatic?
Come on, bro.
You.
Get to look and actually be in the presence of Eddie Guerrero's lowrider, bro. Come on.
I don't know. I'm not a big. I'm not gonna even say that. I'm not a WWE fan.
I even talk about just WWE, like when you go to Universal Studios, yeah, you can go through and you can see the actual cars.
But I can relate to seeing something that I personally like, and then yeah, I can relate to
Like, so
that.
say you saw a movie, right? Yeah, that
Mhm.
you like when you go to Universal Studios, you can take a tour and you get to see where they filmed Bates Motel, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Where you get to see the vehicles for Fast and the Furious. You
Uh-huh.
get to see vehicles
Where's this guy?
from what's that movie called? Transformers. You get to see the actual train they use in Back to the Future 3.
Mhm.
The actual Back to the Future car they have there from Back to the Future 1. They have what else do they have that I saw?
I had a hunter.
You've seen
Yeah, I went to Universal Studio and saw the Jaws, the one that they used. Look
yeah,
stupid.
what's it, no, but what's that called? What's that movie called? With that Tom guy, whatever he's called.
Oh what?
Not Tom Hanks.
Who? From what movie?
The actor,
From what movie?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
Mission Impossible.
No,
Top
not
Gun.
Mission Impossible. No, we're not talking about Top Gun. I would know that if it was that. I would remember the name of it.
War of the World.
War of the Worlds, yeah. You get to see like the whole plane and everything and the house that was destroyed in that movie. You get to see that. Like that's actually what they used.
Wasn't that Spielberg?
Whatever movie that was. That was Tom Cruise. They got loads of shit like that, right? And that's probably interesting more than like WWE. But I'm saying the same thing, right? Like you get to be in the presence of that fucking shit. Like I'm getting to be in the presence of a fucking meteor. I'm never gonna see a fucking real meteor unless it. how it lands in my garden.
Do you,
Bro,
yeah, do you
like-
want to see one?
Yeah.
It's heading right for me.
Shit.
I don't think you want to see the real thing.
It's
Unless
my
it...
garden, not it's to my house, but if it's in
No.
my back garden.
Pull back.
No, you don't want that shit landing on your backyard. No. You do not. I don't think I need to be a scientist to know this.
So I'm like, so I get to actually see that stuff. Like, they out the house. What else do they have in the museum?
There's a thing called impact radius. Like,
Yo,
You know what else they
Warsingsy.
have?
Warsing C, Pusion, welcome back.
What else they have? The spacesuit collection. You don't want to see the spacesuit collection, Pusser?
Not necessarily. I'm not really into the whole
Every
space thing.
spacesuit that ever went to the moon, bro. Every spacesuit.
I'm not a
Man,
big
The Max Crest.
fan of space things. Well, I'm
You get,
not gonna even say that.
spacesuit,
I'm not
bro.
really interested in.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you understand what I'm trying to get at, right? Like, it's cool.
I'll be lying if I said I care about space more than video games. Like, you know what I mean?
No, but if they said to you, right, yeah,
Hmm.
you could see like the first computer
Gotta be
servers.
hurt.
Maybe you might be interested, or you got to see some like old, like game consoles or something. I don't know, like maybe.
Well, yeah, the uncertainty. Yeah, sure.
You might have like the go to that museum, there's a museum in England, right? Where you can see like all these old ass consoles, or the ones you would never get to see in real life. Like they made like maybe one or two of them. That museum.
What? What's worrying? Oh shit! That thing's exploding.
I can feel what it's like to be in zero gravity, bro.
Oh, they have one of those rooms that you can go into.
No, it looks like a spaceship when you go in there and then it, like makes zero gravity, bro.
You don't get to experience zero gravity.
Yeah, you get to experience it inside an actual spaceship.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool.
It's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me $25, but
How's it-
$25 to experience that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. To experience zero gravity. Not gonna lie about
I've
that.
seen a real spaceship that's actually been to space. It took them to the space, like what's it called, ISS, the space station.
But if I'm gonna go there to see some fucking moon rock, I don't know about that. But if you get to actually be in like a little chamber and then you get to experience zero gravity, I think
Dude,
that's
you're
pretty
actually in
fucking
a
cool.
space rocket. You're actually in a real space rocket.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fucking cool. I think that alone is worth the trip for me.
You don't want to see us. You know, you can actually go inside of the Apollo 17 command module, bro.
And then
Like it's
push the
it's
buttons and
inside.
shit, like
Yeah, and look at what it's like inside. Yeah.
play with the things like
See?
ding, 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 ding. Like,
Yeah, like that's fucking cool, bro. You get to see Mars rover.
no, I'm not saying that's cool. It's nowhere near cool as like zero gravity experience. That's the only thing that you talked about that interests me.
You don't want to see the Mars rover, the lunar rover.
No, not really. I do
Oh,
not.
the fuck, man, bro.
I do not. I'm sorry, but I do not.
And they're saying the same technology here that you get to experience, you know, the zero gravity here. It's the same technology they use to control the actual people who are going to the moon. Going this every day for 2 weeks, apparently, is what I'm doing. To be trained in how to, like, move around in, like, zero gravity and shit like that, and probably how to eat and do certain things.
What was that thing that they went down and for the tourism of Titanic? What was that thing called? The one that got
The one that blew up.
imploded. The fucking I never had to use till that fucking thing happened. Do you think there's gonna be another tour for Titanic and that now? Like,
Ocean Gate? You mean Ocean Gate?
Ocean Gate. Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Hello?
Where
Hello.
they use that fucking controller.
Hello?
Old Logitech controller.
Yeah, what if there's
How
a
you
tourism?
doing?
What do you think about tourism to Ocean Gate implosion? Too early?
Not too early.
Having a
I
tourist
was first place
the ocean
on my
game?
It's messed up.
me.
What's messed up is people not understanding how cool the Space Center is.
Oh, space simulating.
No, Space Center, like the Houston Space Center.
No.
I've been to the
I
Kennedy
thought the
Space
word
Center. That was
salad.
fucking amazing.
Oh, Space Center. I see.
Yeah.
Would you be mad?
Hilson would recognize this guy. He's the same voice that does Reaper in Overwatch.
Die, die, die. Yeah. That guy?
If somebody says they want to donate to you, person, just get them to give you bits instead.
Why?
Because they give you 100% of all the bit revenue. That's the only way you can get 100%. Otherwise,
That's
they'll take
dumb
it.
because they take cut from bits.
No, they don't. When you donate,
What?
yeah, they take a cut. When you sub, they take a cut. But when you give bits, they don't take any cut.
Yeah, but the. Let me try to think if that's how it works.
That's exactly how it was because the streamer was talking about it yesterday.
But the bits, once you buy it, you can't reimburse.
Yeah.
Right. So if I get donations straight from them, I can cash out. If I get bits, I have to let that accumulate $50 and I have to wait certain period of time.
But say somebody donates you $100, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
You might only get $80 or $75 of that $100, right?
No, that's not true. It's the Streamlabs that takes the cut. But it doesn't take away from them donating to me straight without going through the Streamlabs.
No, they could do that.
Yeah,
but
so-
they don't. You're doing it. You don't have your.
If I give them like a cash info or whatever, and then that should be probably, even then, they will probably take some cut. If I want to get those money like straight away from like PayPal to my bank account and I want it now, they're gonna take some cut. Like there's all these like
Yeah, but what I don't understand, right? Is you said you want it straight to your bank account, yeah? Why, if you got like say Cash App or PayPal, yeah?
Mhm.
Why not just keep it on PayPal and fucking use it? If they donate you say $100, right?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you just use that $100 with your PayPal card, bro?
because when I do that, it leaves no, because a lot of people use that as like a part of the stream. Like I got donated this much, but there's no record of it when someone else just straight donate to you using other methods.
No, I'm not. I wasn't even meaning it like that. I was just meaning it that.
Well, I'm meaning
technically
it
they
like
donate to you. No, if they do it through Streamlabs, yeah.
There's always a lot of
No
options. Right?
hardware.
The best way to do it is let the person who donates drive all the way over here and give me the cash. That's the best.
No, I'm talking about if you use Streamlabs like you're talking about, yeah. But then I'm saying that when they give it to you, it goes to your PayPal, yeah. But then you transfer it to your account, yeah.
Right.
And it obviously costs something. Why don't you just use it from fucking PayPal with your PayPal card, bro?
Pay what with a PayPal card?
So say you want to get some weed, yeah.
Yeah, they don't accept PayPal.
But
All
you've
they
got the ATM.
accept is cash. I can't even
Yeah, so
use
you go-
card.
So you go to the ATM and get it out from the ATM through
Right,
PayPal.
even ATM when I use it, if I don't use my bank ATM, they'll take the cut.
But isn't that cheaper than going straight?
Well, the cheapest option is the person who's donating to me drive all the way over here and
Oh,
give me the
honestly,
cash
that's
in my
what I'm-
hand.
I
Then there is no
understand.
cut. But then what about the gas price, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand
So everything's like already set, dude. Like, don't worry about it.
that. Actually, I think the easiest way is them just to donate to you straight to like PayPal or something.
Like, it's not.
I'm just saying that I've always been told by lots of streamers.
Yes, you
right?
can cut corners to maximize the donation, but at the same time, there's a lot of this work that is not worth it, has to go in it.
Even somebody was watching me the other day was like, "Have you got bids so I can donate?"
So if you're presenting me with a better option to get more donation, to maximize the donation of the person who's giving it to me, there are a bunch of other options, but I'm not gonna do that. But that is the point I'm trying to make.
Well, if you want to do it legitimately through Twitch so that it comes up on your stream, then bits is the best way to do it. Is what I was saying.
Sure, trying to convince that person, whoever that might be.
That's why most people give you bits. Like that guy probably gave you bits yesterday because of that.
Sure, whatever the reason might be behind it.
I
I don't
see.
think his reason, his
I see
priority.
what he's saying.
I don't
Yeah.
think his priority is like,
Because
oh yeah,
some
he's gonna
people-
get most out of this. Like,
Because when
I don't think
The streamer
so.
I watched, right? The streamer I watched, like a bunch of the people who were watching her were saying, "Why would I give you $100 and then you're only getting
Okay.
$80 of the money?"
But how can you tell without the
Yeah.
frames per second counter? That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's out in the same spot.
No, because you can just feel better. I don't have a frame per second counter on Xbox, but I know when it goes from like 30 to 60 or it goes up, I can just tell. Again, it just feels better.
No, it could be a placebo effect. So just this is why we gotta rely on these things. Is there any cheaper way to travel here?
Fast travel.
Fast travel, yeah,
Use
but
use Max
cheaper.
to fast travel.
I'm just.
You understand what they're doing? Even on PC, the game's going to run at 30 frames a second because they said they wanted to do that to make a cinematic effect in the game.
Oh my god, it's the second time I'm hearing. Oh, there was a rusty pick right here. Oh my god, that could save some money.
First time you heard, second time you heard that?
Yeah, the first one was Evil Within. First one.
Well, it's going to be 30 frames. Even on PC, it's going to be 30 frames.
No, they unlocked it. There's no unlocking after they did the whole PR thing.
No, this one they said is on every console.
Listen, there's no reason other than lack of optimization that they wouldn't put that as an option, bro. It's what they're basically saying. You cannot change your control layout of this game because this is how we want you to play it.
I know that's what they're saying. Yes, I understand that.
You cannot mod this game because this is how we want you to play the game.
But they're saying that it's cinematically. They're saying if you play it any faster, then it will break the game. The game is not supposed to be played that way.
Yeah, so what are they really talking about? Is it cinematic experience or is it the optimization issue?
Maybe they did make it cinematic because they might have done that. I can
Might
actually see a
be, but
game like
Yep.
that.
dude, they literally
see it.
pay people to say the right things.
I can
Why do you think they do that? Ask
No, but
yourself
I can-
why.
No, but I could know. Most games I would say, no, like they're just fucking with you. But I could see something like Senior, like what's it called, Hellblade 2. I could see them doing some cinematic shit like that. They already fucked with your ears, like they made you nauseous. So I could see them doing some other shit like I want to make it cinematically looking like.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away the fact that there's no reason that they didn't put that in the game as an option. In the option menu. Like this low frame is making me ill. Like it's like I understand this is the way the game is meant to be played. Oh, I'm gonna hit that option and unlock the frames. Why didn't they do that?
You don't like that?
I don't like the whole because it's one thing if they come out and say, yeah, we need more time to optimize this game, so we're gonna put it out as early access, and we're sorry about the delay. And then there's like, this is why we did it, and then you're so stupid you have to believe me. It's almost offending.
No, but I could see a game like that doing that. I could actually see that.
I understand if you're making a movie, right? Because you don't get that option in the movie, like. But if you're playing a game, you have all these settings in the game, right? as an example, like if I go to settings, I get the game with all these.
I understand you get all the options. I understand that. but I
There's
can see
there's
it
aim assist option, show muzzle flash effect. Like you got all these options, but the game is like you gotta play this game at 30 frames per second.
But what they're saying right here is that the options in the options menu here to change things in the game here
Wait, did I
are
not?
gonna be limited. They said this is gonna be limited. There's gonna be options to change like the graphics and stuff to fit your hardware, right? But the actual like other options are limited because they want to make this experience this way.
Exactly. Then come out and say that.
They came out and said that. That's what they said. Like,
But
we're
you
making
made it
30
sound like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
No, but they
Yeah.
said we made it 30 frames a second because it's the cinematic way that we made this game. They say if you make it any faster, you will break the game. The animation will look wrong. It'll be too sped up.
Yeah, but then we never forced them to use that engine.
No, they're not even talking
No.
about the engine. They're talking about that's how they made the game.
Sure.
They made it look like this.
So in a way,
cinematic-
they're being transparent about it. You cannot change the 30 frames per second, right? So it is okay because they're saying this before they came out
Hmm.
with the game. So it's okay, in my opinion.
But they're not just saying, oh, Xbox is locked to 30 frames. No, they're even mentioning PC. PC will be locked to 30 frames a second. And it's for cinematic reason.
Sure.
Whether it's because they couldn't get it any faster because of the game's-
There's nothing wrong being transparent about it, but you know, if they're gonna make some PR fucking talk about like, you know how they did with what's that Bethesda game? In space.
Oh, Starfield?
Starfield. They're like gamers don't know how to play the game. That's why they not getting this game. Like that's not why they're not enjoying this. What?
Yeah, because Todd Howard was saying that people are just like the people who are playing Dragon's Dogma, yeah? Capcom, they're saying the same thing, like you're beating the game too fast, so you're not understanding this game. That's why people don't like this game. Not exploring. And I do agree with Dragon's Dogma, I think people aren't exploring. So they're missing like 60% or 70% or more of the game because they're not exploring.
No, but what they're not talking about is what?
You can play the game however you want, I guess.
No, that's not what I'm saying. They didn't recognize that before they brought the game, that people will just do this because they didn't recognize some of these other things that people should be playing is not interesting. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
It's like Dragon's Dogma, yeah?
Mhm.
You walk around the world, and you might walk there like 30 times, yeah?
Mhm.
But then if you get to this one specific day, right?
Mhm.
That an event might be triggered, or you might have triggered something with the dragon, right?
Okay.
The dragon might make a hole in the mountain, right? So
Okay.
now it's opened a cave that you can go into, right?
Okay.
That will give you another story, right? But people are missing that because they're just running from story point to story point to story point, rushing through it. That's why they took away the fast traveling.
Yeah. So why didn't they made it so it's not possible
What do you mean?
when they made the game? It's like, hey, these like the players might just rush through it. We shouldn't do that because we don't want. This is not how our game is meant to be played. So we should put some restrictions.
They gave you 5 fast travel points, yeah?
Mhm.
They said, right, yeah?
Mhm.
Getting from one end of the map to the top of the map will take too long, right?
Mhm.
And nobody wants to do that.
Fuck.
But when you're going through little sections, yeah? They don't want you using fast travel through these sections because you should be walking through them because you should
But
be
there
seeing-
is nothing.
No, I'm not talking about in Starfield. No, there's nothing in that game. I don't know about that game, but in
Yeah,
Dragon's Dogma-
but that I use that as an example because they hired these people to justify their incompetence, and you're going with the whole PR thing.
No, because in Dragon's Dogma was actually good. It actually got voted good too. 8, 9. A lot of people gave it a 10. It actually got voted
We have
good.
AFK people.
Sure,
They
but
saw
the
that.
the game had
They
its
saw
own
that.
problems, right? With the optimization, right? On
Oh, no,
PC.
it's-
Exactly. Exactly. So why did they release it on PC? Because even let's say you don't know much about computers, but do you think modern computers are not up to the date of the old consoles that you got like years back? So you know that it's not a hardware problem. It's a lack of optimization.
Well, they're saying
For
something to do
PC.
with RAM. No, they're saying that the RAM that the console uses, yeah, or whatever, is
It's
different.
superior.
No, but they're saying it's
What?
different, right? It's easier to program.
How is he not dead?
Exactly. Then be transparent and say the PC release will be delayed because we need more time to
I
op.
don't know why they would do that.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Hello, Shoddy. You can call me Shark because I can
Oh,
smell
yeah.
your menstruation from here.
Oh my god.
I don't know, like, but what I do know is Dragon Dogma's great.
So
Next
let me
to
ask you, what's cheaper? Hiring one guy to do the PR talk, or hiring multiple fucking developers to fucking optimize the game? And then they're on a deadline, so they feel pressure. What is the option?
Well,
Hire the
they
fucking
weren't
PR guy.
They
Like,
weren't they weren't not transparent about it.
no, like it's the same thing with it's a very similar thing with Remnant 2. Like, there's no reason for that. They have to choose that fucking engine that is obviously having some compatible fucking problem with the PC, and then like it's horrible. The optimization is horrible in that game, dude.
No, but what I mean with Dragon's Dogma, they were like adamant.
I understand it's a good game. It looks like a fun game, okay? Although it's not, it might not be my type of game with the whole team management. Dogma.
Or Dragon's Dogma.
How?
No, but they were transparent at the beginning, saying we're still working on this. They actually admitted that.
Yeah, but then why would they simultaneously release the PC version with a console if it's not up to the snuff?
Because they're saying that we're gonna fix this.
Exactly my point.
But they were transparent about it. It's not like they were saying, oh, okay.
So you're saying that they came out before the game was released and said that our game is not really finished for the PC, but we're gonna put it out if you want to buy it.
No, but
It's
they-
on you. Like, is that what you're implying?
that we know what the problem is with the RAM problem, yeah, and it will get fixed within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, but then to tell us that we should know this information before the developer is fucking insane.
No, but they're telling us before the game even was released, like weeks before. They're letting you know, like if you've got a pre-order and you don't want to pre-order it, like you don't have to. Like, but we're telling you that there is some problem with the PC version, and we're aware of this. And we are
What's
going
we
to
talking
fix this.
about?
They made get sure they were
Okay.
telling people.
So we're talking about Dragon's Dogma, and it's got good reviews from whatever. But then when I look at Steam reviews, people talk about a lot of optimization issues.
But they were transparent. This is what even IGN said. They were transparent about it. They didn't lie about it. They were transparent and said that these problems were there.
And then
Fuck.
then it's on consumers' problem. Then they were being transparent about it.
Consumers still want to play and support them. But then they're still going to tell you what's going on. They're still going to give you the truth.
But it's hard for me to believe that that's how it went down. When in gaming industry they have, especially PC, they have something called early access.
This is why I say Capcom is one of the
Most
better
gamers now know the concept behind the early access.
This is why I say that Capcom is one of the better companies out there at the
So
moment.
if they had an interview with some magazine somewhere and they said it and then they called it good, why couldn't they just made it early access for a PC? If it's an option, and other game, why not? In the name of transparency, why not?
The game is technically finished.
No, it's not. If the game is having horrible fucking frame issues that
Yeah.
you can't, you know what I mean?
But
It's
it doesn't
not
stop you from
finished.
playing the game, you just play the game for 30 seconds. People might not like that, but it's not the game.
Is that what you're expecting though?
With
When
a
you-
game like
In the name
that,
of the Lord.
I think that's fine. I see no problem with that. I guess some people just have some problem with
Well, it would be a problem if you had a PC and you got the PC version.
it. Not really.
Well, how do you know?
Because if I'm playing something like Elden Ring, yeah,
Uh-huh.
or I'm playing like the MLB The Show, right?
Okay.
FIFA or some game where I need pinpoint accuracy, right? And I
Uh-huh.
need to dodge shit. I might understand it. I might say, okay, I need
mean-
like 60 frames or more. But when it's a game
It's
where
not
you-
even like
What's
a.
this herd mentality, Max?
It's not like a. It's not even an argument of like like generation thing, like this generation of gamer. It's
No.
like you don't even apply this
Clear
logic with
everything out.
any other
Yeah.
products on the market. When was the last time you bought a record,
I'm just gonna farm
a
it.
vinyl or whatever you call it, that doesn't play the fucking music right, and you were okay with it because they're gonna patch it later? Like, when was the last time you bought a book and some pages are fucking missing or it has a typo, and it's obviously so?
It's like when you watch a TV show, right? Yeah.
Do this
Most
one.
TV shows are filmed at 24 frames. You don't complain. You don't complain about TV shows.
How can you?
filmed at 24
Because you're not controlling the fucking camera, dude.
Yeah, but if you're saying it's such a problem, right? Then you would complain.
Yes, it is a problem because you might be playing a competitive game where other people have advantage with the frames per second.
I just explained this. Like when you're playing, like say FIFA or even Overwatch, if you want to make that example, or Call of Duty, whatever, right? Yeah, you need the frames, yeah. But when it comes to a game like this, it doesn't fucking matter. It's a fucking single-player game.
Exactly, but it is nonetheless a consumer's product that's not finished, and they put it out with the mentality that we'll patch it
No,
later.
because technically it's finished, right? They just people are complaining
How is
that
it
they-
finished? Like, okay,
How?
how do you define finish? If a book is having a bunch of typo because the editor didn't edit it right, do you call that finished?
Look, people respect, yeah, the game in 2024, yeah, should have come out as
Come out broken.
No. Should come
No,
out 60 frames
you can make
second
that
or more.
argument. Like, you expect the game to come out broken on day one because they'll do the day one patch and everything will be okay.
No,
But
that's not
then
what I'm saying.
a lot of the times it is not okay, even with the first day
No,
patch.
what I'm saying, yeah, is that gamers expect
I'm playing the very game of that example, dude. If this
No,
game
that's not
came
that.
out, if this game came out with all this content from day one, maybe not all these expansions that they had, but some of it with some quality like this, do you think this game would have failed?
No, I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is that gamers expect, yeah, every game to come out at fucking 60 frames a second. And when it doesn't have 60
Level
frames a
up.
second, they're complaining about it being broken.
Yay.
But you can purposely play the game at 30 frames a second with no frame drops, nothing.
All depends on the game, right? Do you
Yeah.
okay, so let me ask you, right, as a gamer, do you expect a game that you can aim with the iron sight? Yes, this comes with the
No,
VATs.
I already explained this. Like Call of Duty and like say like what's it called, like Fallout 76, yeah? And games like that, I think you need 60 frames a second. But in a game like Dragon's Dogma, you played the first whole Dragon's Dogma with only 30 frames a second, and it's fine. It plays perfect. So this game.
And then
I
they
played
came out with what?
Dragon's Dogma 2. And
No,
Dragon's
they
Dogma
came out with unlocked frames. Because we have the hardware to run it now.
No, but in Dragon's Dogma, yeah? 2, right? They don't give you unlocked frames, okay?
Of course not, but you don't think they will do that in the future?
Well, if they can get it working,
If there's what do we have now, 4090? Well, what if like 6090 comes out and then run that game just smooth as fuck without any hard optimization? Does that make it okay?
No, then that's fine.
Of this year's release?
But at the moment, yeah, people are complaining because they can't play it more than 30 frames a second. The game plays fine in 30 frames a second. No
Sure,
problem.
it may be.
It looks just like the first game, just with better graphics.
But is it consistent 30?
Yes, always. But people are complaining because they don't want that. That's what the fucking argument is.
Let me
yes,
try
it's a
and-
problem with.
Okay, let me try and read some of the Steam reviews. Okay?
No, yes, it's a problem because people are complaining that it's a what do you call that thing?
Because that's not what I read on the
Did you
Steam.
move,
No, there is
babe?
I don't know if they
There is a
passed it or
problem.
not.
There is a problem with the RAM thing, right? Yeah, or whatever the problem is. I don't really know. Just causing this to happen, yeah. But you can still do 30 frames a second, but people don't want to do that. They want to put it on a fucking unlocked, and they want to go to fucking 60 frames a second or more. But they
I
can't
miss
get
these
that.
kind stupid conversations
understand they
about
can't get that,
insignificant things.
And I agree that they might want that, but that doesn't stop you from enjoying the game. The game works fine. Like,
Look,
I totally
everybody's
agree.
talking about performance and microtransaction issue put aside. You were talking about a single player game, it's okay, but what is the reason for microtransaction in a single player game?
That I didn't say I agreed with. We already had this conversation. I already said I didn't agree with that. But what we're not
But if you're gonna make an argument about a single player experience, but microtransaction implementation of this game, don't you get some? Can't you speculate some priority? Like they have like the wrong priority about this game. Like they could have spent all the microtransaction have to build a little fucking menu or whatever. They could have spent it on fucking optimization. Don't you think
Whatever. That's not the point, right? My
that
point
is the point?
No, but you could play this game perfectly at 30 frames a second. But they don't want that. They want to be 60 frames and above. But not every game has to come out 60 frames and above. I don't actually believe that's the thing. Unless it's some game where it really requires like pinpoint accuracy and shit like that, where you really need that. I don't think you need to always do.
Like, listen, I never played this game, so I don't know what the problem is. And a lot of the times, when they have lack of optimization, it's not just the average frame issue. It's inconsistent frames. And they're talking about average number of the frames.
No, they get inconsistent frames, yeah, because they're putting it, yeah, on unlock, yeah. But the thing is, right, yeah, if you put it lock 30, where you can actually put it on the game, yeah, where the reviewers played the game, they said there was no problem. It didn't dip below 30. It stayed exactly at 30, and it was fine.
So let me ask you, why did they put an option in the game where the other option doesn't work properly?
That's not the point. What we're saying.
What do you mean that is not the point?
Well, they were transparent, saying that option doesn't work at them. Yeah.
So is it okay?
So they came out before the game even came out. Yeah. Weeks before the game came out, and they said the best way to play this game, right? Because the game's not what we haven't got it working yet. We know that it was brand new or whatever it is, yeah. But we know there's a problem. So you should play it at 30 frames a second. Okay? We recommend this game 30 frames a second. I'm like, okay, that's fine, right? If I was 30 frames a second on Xbox, I've had no problem. It's fine, right? But for some fucking reason, everyone's complaining because they want to play it higher than that. And then they're complaining they're getting frame drops. They were told by the fucking developers, hey, play it at 30 frames a second. They were told that. If they don't like that, then why fucking play the game?
Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Let's say you had a PC, you got this, you're not satisfied with the performance.
I hate it when things get messy.
You can complain, but the developers told you. So if you don't like that, then why did you buy the game in the first place? That's on you.
What do you mean? Developer told one news outlet that it's not everybody. It's not on the fucking national news.
Even IGN was talking about it, yeah. And IGN said that this game company said play at 30 frames a second.
What the hell?
So you play at 30 frames a second. Most people will know this. I think most gamers are probably going to look at reviews and stuff, and the reviews tell you we played in 30 frames a second.
A resume, Javier is? I don't
One
know.
shot.
So it's like they weren't being untransparent. I'd be mad if they weren't transparent about
They
it.
weren't being transparent enough when they had other options. Is my point.
No, if they came out with the game, right, and said nothing.
What
yeah?
stopped them from making if they
About
want to be fully transparent, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just come out and say it's gonna be in early access? Why? Why?
Yeah, it's about microtransactions.
And then why did they spend time to make this
They're
microtransaction to
arguing right
work
now.
properly and the actual game it doesn't? You tell me why that is.
Actually, the microtransactions don't work.
It doesn't work?
Some people have bought microtransactions and then nothing. They didn't receive anything. Some people have reported that, yeah.
That's a known issue.
So, that's yes. Some people have reported that.
It's hard for me to believe that like they will dig them. Like I seen microtransaction page working just fine when in some games that the server is down, bro.
Yeah, you can see them, but I don't know.
Like they obviously got the priority all wrong.
20 minutes of this, Javier.
And you're telling me this game didn't do that?
Well, some people reported that. I don't know how true that is.
Well, a lot of
Some
people report a lot of things. I'm pretty sure there's some PC players who has no fucking problem whatsoever.
I mean, I had no problem with this game. I played a 30 frames a second. I'm not gonna.
But why is it that I'm reading the review and the average is a mixed, and a lot of people are talking about microtransaction and performance issues on PC? What are we talking about here? Nicknames?
Well, nobody wants microtransactions in any game. No matter, even if you go to the Fallout, people are complaining about microtransactions.
Well, no shit.
So you're gonna get them.
But is this
Check
game?
out the highlights.
Is this
on
game
Wilson's stream.
single player?
They're all there.
Just getting a single player doesn't mean anything.
What do I mean? It doesn't mean anything.
If I want to buy a costume
Play
for my character, right?
double
or I wanna
speed.
buy something more
You
item
won't
for
be
my
wasting
character,
as
that's
much
fine.
time.
That's on them. That's not anybody else. If they want to do that, they can do that. Just because it's single player doesn't mean anything. It doesn't
Okay,
mean
you tell me the reason behind why the Ubisoft, when they made the Assassin's Creed Origins, why they have level up.
No,
Your
that's
char-
scummy. That's scummy.
You tell me why that is.
That's scummy, okay? If they just want to sell some costumes, yeah? Or want to sell some farming items, then go ahead.
Why does this game have fast travel option and you can get more as a
Right.
microtransaction instead of they just giving it to you?
They don't want you to abuse it.
They don't want you to abuse it. If you want to abuse it, you gotta pay us. That's the mentality here.
Yeah,
And you think that's fine?
I don't see any point.
Like,
with that.
if you're really serious about abusing this game, then you gotta pay us, and you gotta get. What? It makes no sense, dude.
People want to spend their own hard-earned money on it, then go ahead. It's on them. It's not on anybody else. Right?
Ouch!
Down.
What the? I got
Help
wrecked.
us.
I got rocketed. How does that mentality work?
Because it's on them, right? It's not. What I find scummy, right? Yeah, is when the companies say we made this game so hard, like grinding,
Thanks.
leveling.
Listen, man. Let's say you,
Found it.
let's say you go to a touristy area because they have this big old
Is my mic okay?
like market or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then, the things that you went to go see is under construction, but for some reason all the stores around it is open. Like,
That's like that sometimes. Yes.
Let's see.
sometimes
Hmm.
we're talking about modern gaming.
Test.
Most
Test.
gaming, yeah.
No.
They take it too
There you
far. Like
Okay.
Ubisoft, they take it too far. Okay.
Why do you think they take it too far? With the assumption of what?
Because they're not getting away with it though. If you look at the new Assassin's
No,
Creed,
because for some reason the modern fucking gamers are okay with it. Maybe that's why they keep making it like
Okay.
as is.
in the newest Assassin's Creed, yeah,
Uh-huh.
there's no level up. There's a skin. You want some more skin? You could buy it.
To make sure.
There's
Okay,
no
let's see.
reason. Okay, I grew up in an era when I used to play Doom 2.
Here.
When you type in IDDQD, you get God mode. Because it doesn't bother
You're
anyone,
saying-
bro. Like,
No,
do you understand? Like,
we're
you
not saying
bought
that.
you bought a product and it's yours.
No, we're
Why are
not
they
saying that.
why they hook you up to their little fucking
No.
server and then try to charge you and like micromanage you? Like,
If you're playing a single player game, yeah, I say abuse it as much as you like, yeah. But if but I find it scummy when Ubisoft says we made this game, you have to get to level 300, but we made it so grinding to get to level 300, nobody's gonna want to do it. So here's this fucking little coin to expedite it. That's what fucking pisses me off.
isn't that the same principle with a fast travel? If you can buy more fast travel, no?
No, because you can technically earn, or you can technically, right, yeah,
Uh-huh.
earn more fast traveling in the game, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they give you 5 at the beginning.
Yeah,
of the
but
game,
then I can technically get more levels by just playing the game and grind it out,
fucking point.
right? So what is the difference?
No, but the fact is, right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
In Time of Dogma, they didn't change nothing, okay?
What do you mean they didn't change nothing?
Exactly. So when they made the game, yeah.
Did the first
They
game have a microtransaction?
Okay, let me explain.
Okay.
In the first game, yeah, they gave you 5 fast travel, yeah.
Uh-huh.
In the second game, they gave you 5.
But did they give you
fast
option as a having in-game?
travel. Oh no, how I'm trying to explain this. when you play the old Assassin's Creed, yeah,
Uh-huh.
you could grind, and it wasn't really that grindy, right?
Where am I
Yeah?
supposed to
Level up at a
go?
normal pace, right?
Uh-huh.
You could beat the game fairly quick, right?
Okay.
But then in the new ones, they specifically changed it so they could sell you.
Come on,
these
team.
fucking bits, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But with
No,
Dragon
no, no.
Dogma,
You're saying that they didn't change anything from part 1 and 2. Are we talking about... What
I
are we
mean-
talking about?
Okay. What I'm saying is the way
Marketing?
the structure of the game. No. What the way the structure of the game is, yeah.
Yeah.
1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
changed
I'm
that-
asking you, did the first game have microtransaction where you can get more fast travel?
No, we're not saying they did. I'm not saying they did. Okay.
So it is
They changed
different.
that. No, but what I'm meaning is,
Uh-huh.
if you say right,
Uh-huh.
in the first Assassin's Creed, yeah,
Mm.
they kept it the same as how it is. First level up, yeah. Like
Mhm.
say the one you were playing Black Flag, yeah.
Mhm.
It's the same to level up.
He's
They
hurt.
added like leveling up tokens, yeah.
Mm.
Then that's fine, right? Yeah. I don't mind that. I still think it's a bit scummy, right? Yeah. But it doesn't affect anything, right? If you want to level up really fast, yeah, then that does nothing. They haven't actually changed how you the experience of the game, yeah. But when you go to fucking Valhalla, yeah,
Uh-huh.
they made the game especially more grindy, with more of the same dumbass missions, more grind, so they can
But that's-
sell you fucking tokens.
But they've been doing that since Origin.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But with this Dragon Dogma, yeah,
Uh-huh.
whether you have 5, yeah,
I
Whether
understand
you
this might be a lesser
Right.
evil, but it's evil nonetheless. Don't you think so?
I'm not saying it's good, right? But if people want to spend their money on it, they can, or they can just grind it in the game if they really want to grind it in the game. But when I'm talking about it with
Okay,
Assassin's
trade.
Creed, right?
Mhm.
In Assassin's Creed, to grind that, you'll be spending fucking months to grind that shit, bro. Like it's worth it.
It's
buying
really
those
yummy.
tokens. I'm not saying I would. But
Yeah,
it's
but then
worth
some
it.
people, like you said, some people might like that, and some people might not like it. But if you put
Try.
the only option to expedite how fast you can play through the game is through their store, don't you think it's a little bit scummy?
But when you play Dragon's Dogma, yeah,
5?
you might just have to spend an hour or 2 hours to get one of these little tokens. It doesn't take that long. But people don't want to do that. So they
Legendary.
give you an option. That's it. Like, it's
What do
not
you mean?
hard. Like, it's not hard compared to when you're playing like Assassin's Creed or some
Uh-huh.
other games that make you level up quick.
Uh-huh.
Like that takes days to level up, yeah. But then we're talking about in Dragon's
Yeah, but
Dogma,
then
you
you're
wanna do
applying
that.
your own subjective standards and then speaking for someone else in a single player game.
No,
That's what he does.
No, I'm talking about like even the reviewers are saying the same thing.
Reviewers say a lot of things and they might disagree even with their score of the game.
No, they're saying the same thing. If you want to buy what we call it, like fast traveling, then you can buy it. You don't, it doesn't affect the game in any way. Unlike they even one of them mentioned the same thing, Assassin's Creed, where it actually affects the game because they had to make the
Dave, I
game
had
more
the highest
grindy
KD.
to sell these.
There's nothing justifying them putting fast travel as an option you can buy in their game in a single player game. Nothing.
I can understand if they limited it just to 5
Nothing.
years.
Not even their business standpoint, because I can see it's a free-to-play model games. They have to make money somehow to keep their game interesting. But they're selling this game as a full price, bro.
No, I can understand, yeah.
And it's a
If they
single
didn't-
player.
Okay, so I
Let
can
alone,
understand.
they don't even have to make you connect to their fucking server to play once you get the game. I could understand as an activation purpose, and they want to verify if you have the legit copy.
Yeah,
you put
yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
CD key in, and you need the internet to send the information for them to verify. I understand, but once you got in there, why do they need to still watch you and make sure you're not abusing their fucking?
What you're not getting at, Hassan, yeah,
Uh-huh.
is that if they just gave you 5, yeah, I would say, well, that's fucked up, yeah. You're limiting us to 5, that's fucked up. But you could actually just go and get more. You just go
I
and buy
understand.
more.
You can
Yeah.
always get more levels in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but the fact with Assassin's Creed, it might take you fucking 2 days.
So what? Some people have months to free time like me who can play the game and don't feel anything wrong with it, but that's not what we're talking about here, are we? We're talking about the principles.
No, but what I'm saying is, if they took the game like say Black Flag, yeah,
Mhm.
what it used to
Why
be
is
like,
it stuck?
like what it used to be like Syndicate, Unity, all the old ones, yeah.